Level 1, the student of shadows. The call comes at 2:17 a.m. The secure line vibrates once. No ringtone, no delay. Missile impacts reported near Bandar Abbas. Oil terminals burning. 2 destroyers disabled in the Gulf. Satellite images confirm coordinated strikes. You sit up in the dark. The room is quiet. The city is not. Tehran hums beneath your window, unaware that within 6 minutes, its future has shifted. You ask one question. Who authorized retaliation? Silence on the other end. Then, awaiting your word, you are not yet the supreme leader. You are a senior cleric on the assembly of experts, respected, calculating, patient. But tonight, the old man's health is failing. The stroke 3 weeks ago never fully healed. Decisions stall, power drifts, and in this system, drift is death. You dress in the dark. Black robe, white turban. The fabric feels heavier than usual. By 3:05 a.m., you are inside a secured basement beneath Pasteur Street. 6 men sit at a polished wooden table. Revolutionary Guard commanders, intelligence chiefs, 1 man from the Supreme National Security Council. No one says it aloud, but they look at you. The rule at level 1 is simple: power belongs to the one who speaks when others hesitate. You feel it. The vacuum. If retaliation comes too fast, escalation spirals. If it comes too slow, weakness spreads. Israel, the United States. Regional rivals, they are watching. You clear your throat. Prepare proportional response. No nuclear posture. Target military assets only. Announce defensive framing within the hour. You speak calmly. Inside, your pulse pounds. They nod. You just crossed an invisible line. By sunrise, drones are airborne. By noon, state television runs your statement as if it were already law. That afternoon, the old supreme leader is placed on life support. By evening, the assembly convenes. You don't campaign, you don't plead. You sit quietly while the votes are cast. 47 in your favor, 11 against, 2 abstentions. By midnight, the title is yours. Supreme Leader. You feel no triumph, only gravity. Level 2, the guardian of the system. It begins with signatures. Dozens each day: intelligence directives, military budgets, judicial appointments, religious decrees, oil export allocations routed through intermediaries in Oman and Malaysia. The system is a closed ecosystem. It runs on 4 currencies: loyalty, fear, ideology, and oil. Money moves through shell corporations and quiet accounts in Doha and Beijing. The official budget says 1 number. The real one is double. The Revolutionary Guard answers to you, on paper. In reality, they answer to survival. Your first lesson is this: never remove a commander without offering him a future. You summon Major General Rahimi to your office. Intelligence reports suggest he withheld information about militia movements in Iraq. You don't accuse him. You offer him promotion to oversee logistics restructuring. A lateral move disguised as advancement. He accepts. The message spreads. Disobedience doesn't bring prison. It brings invisibility. War intensifies. Airstrikes trade across borders. Sanctions tighten. The rial drops 40% in 3 weeks. Protests flicker in Shiraz. You authorize controlled crackdowns, not mass arrests. Not yet. Just enough. You tell yourself it's stability, not repression. You begin sleeping 4 hours a night. You stop reading poetry. You start reading casualty reports. Identity shifts quietly. You no longer see citizens. You see variables. Level 3, the Axis architect. The meeting room smells like coffee and tension. Representatives from Lebanon, Iraq, Syria, Yemen. They sit in silence while you outline strategy. The global war spreads like fire through dry grass. Naval skirmishes in the Gulf. Cyber attacks on infrastructure. Assassinations in foreign capitals. You don't fight directly. You extend. Missile components move through Syria disguised as agricultural machinery. Funds are routed through cryptocurrency wallets, monitored by your cyber unit. You authorize $480 million in covert support across 3 theaters. It doesn't touch your name. The rule at this level: plausible deniability is power. A militia commander requests heavier weapons. He promises decisive victories. You deny him. Victory is dangerous. Endless tension is sustainable. You learn to calibrate chaos. At night, you walk alone through a courtyard lit by yellow lamps. You think about theology, about destiny. You tell yourself this is resistance, defense, historical necessity. You stop questioning whether war has become routine. When an American drone strike eliminates a senior ally in Baghdad, you attend the funeral. Millions fill the streets. They chant your name. You feel something new. Myth. It unsettles you. Level 4. The commander of consequences. A missile lands 12 kilometers from Tehran. Intercepted mid-air, but debris kills 12 civilians. The footage spreads globally in minutes. Your advisors argue. Some demand escalation. Others urge restraint. You sit at the head of the table, silent. You understand something now. At level 4, decisions don't feel dramatic. They feel administrative. You authorize cyber retaliation targeting energy grids. Temporary outages. No casualties. Measured. Calculated. You instruct state media to frame resilience. You approve limited compensation payments to families, equivalent of $80,000 each, quietly transferred. Public grief must be managed, not amplified. Inside, something hardens. You no longer feel shock at death counts. You scan numbers like inventory, 52 casualties in Basra, 18 in Haifa, 3 advisors lost in Damascus. You adjust posture. The global war enters its second year. Oil exports drop 60%. You shift trade eastward. Long-term contracts with China at discounted rates. 25-year infrastructure deals. Critics call it dependency. You call it survival. Isolation grows. Foreign leaders speak about you as if you are an obstacle. You stop caring. Level 5. The judge of loyalty. It starts with a betrayal. Encrypted communications reveal a senior intelligence official negotiating asylum with a European embassy. He offers operational secrets in exchange for safe passage. The system demands response. You summon the judiciary chief. Charges are prepared within hours. The trial lasts 2 days. Closed proceedings. Verdict execution. You sign the order. Your hand does not tremble. You tell yourself betrayal during wartime is treason against millions. But that night, you stare at the ceiling. You remember being a student, debating ethics. You wonder when mercy became weakness. Loyalty structures tighten. You create parallel oversight units within the Revolutionary Guard, each watching the other. No one feels secure. That's intentional. Protests flare again, this time over food shortages. Bread prices triple. You release strategic reserves, temporary relief. You also expand surveillance. Facial recognition cameras multiply across major cities. The illusion of control strengthens. So does paranoia. You trust fewer people now. Conversations shorten. You stop laughing in meetings. Level 6, the supreme arbiter. By the 3rd year, the war reshapes alliances. 2 nuclear powers posture openly. Back-channel negotiations begin. Your envoys meet foreign diplomats in neutral capitals. Geneva, Muscat, Beijing. You authorize conditional ceasefire frameworks. Sanctions relief in exchange for weapons transparency. You understand leverage. Your nuclear program is not just capability, it's currency. At this level, you feel above the battlefield. Generals brief you, but you no longer visit command centers. You decide who leads, who falls. A reformist faction gains quiet popularity within parliament. They speak of de-escalation. You allow limited debate. Controlled opposition releases pressure. But when one member suggests constitutional review of your authority, you intervene. He is disqualified from future elections. Rules must remain invisible yet absolute. You begin to feel untouchable, not because you are invincible, because the system cannot imagine itself without you. That realization is dangerous. Level 7, the isolated pillar ceasefire holds. Not peace, just pause. Cities rebuild slowly. Sanctions ease partially. Economy stabilizes at a lower equilibrium. You appear on television less often. Your speeches grow shorter, measured. You walk with heavier steps now. Health concerns whisper in corridors. You review succession scenarios. Names circulate. Each candidate smiles too carefully. You realize something unsettling. No one tells you the full truth anymore. Reports are filtered. Failures softened. Your own myth protects you from reality. You request raw intelligence briefings directly from junior analysts. The room stiffens when you enter. They speak cautiously. You see fear in their eyes. You built this. Isolation becomes physical. Security perimeters expand. Fewer spontaneous encounters. Even prayer feels scheduled. You achieved ultimate authority and lost ordinary human contact. Level 8, the silent architect. It is quiet now. Not peaceful, just quiet. You sit in a modest room lined with books. War has scarred the region. Borders remain tense. The economy survives, not thrives. You survived. That is your legacy. You review archived footage from year one. Your first emergency address. Your voice sounds different, less controlled, more human. You close the file. Power at this level feels abstract. You sign documents few will ever see. You approve budgets that shape decades. You reject proposals that might have softened history. You wonder if the global war was inevitable, or if one different decision at 2:17 a.m. could have shifted everything. There is no answer, only permanence. You feel less like a man, more like a structure, an institution wearing skin. Advisors speak of legacy, of resilience, of strategic brilliance. You think about funerals, about the intelligence officer you condemned, about the 12 civilians under falling debris, about the years of young men who never returned home. You tell yourself it preserved sovereignty. You tell yourself history demands hardness. The system stands, but at cost. Your health declines slowly. Succession meetings increase. You approve contingency plans in sealed envelopes. One evening, you watch from a private window as a group of young clerics walk across the courtyard. One of them lingers, observes, listens more than he speaks. You recognize the look. Curiosity wrapped in ambition. He believes the system is logical, structured, predictable. He does not yet understand its weight. You do. Somewhere a secure phone will vibrate at 2:17 a.m. He will answer it. He will think he is choosing strategy. He won't realize he is choosing who he becomes. He thinks he understands the game. He doesn't. But he will.